Allora, avanzi, tanto per cominciare, allora, tre telegatti.
Today, the world of Italian cinema and television bids farewell to a beloved icon. Antonello Fossari, the versatile actor and comedian best known for his role as Cesare in I Cesaroni, has passed away at the age of 72. Born in Rome on October 1952, Antonello Fossari was a gifted artist whose work spanned decades across theater, film, and television. A graduate of the Silvio D'Amico National Academy of Dramatic Arts, he trained under the legendary Luca Ronconi, whose mentorship helped shape Fossari's career in the dramatic arts.
Per fare questo film, L'amore rubato, innanzitutto.
While Fossari made his mark in theater, it was his unforgettable television presence that endeared him to millions. From his early appearances on RAI3's variety show Avanzi in the 90s, to becoming a household name in the beloved comedy drama I Cesaroni, Fossari brought warmth, humor, and depth to every role. In 2000, Antonello Fossari made his directorial debut with the comedy film The Secret of the Jaguar, which was a resounding flop at the box office. He also explored directing and music in his multifaceted career, and remained an influential figure in Italian pop culture well into his later years. His sudden departure is a profound loss for Italian entertainment, and he will be remembered not only for his remarkable talent, but for his ability to make people laugh, reflect, and feel. Rest in peace.
Made us by 44 points, and I thought.
Today, the world of collegiate athletics mourns the loss of a visionary leader. Cedric Dempsey, former executive director of the NCAA and one of the most influential figures in American sports administration, has passed away at the age of 92. Born on April 1932 in Illinois, Cedric Warren Dempsey was a gifted athlete long before he became a transformational executive. At Albion College, he earned an incredible 9 varsity letters, excelling in football, basketball, and baseball, before dedicating his life to guiding young athletes from behind the scenes.
That is under review at the present time. There's a work group of which I'm a...
In 1994, Cedric Dempsey became the executive director of the NCAA, a role he held until 2002. During his tenure, he modernized the organization, restructured its governance, took a hard line against gambling in college sports, and helped secure an 11-year, $6 billion television deal, one of the most significant media contracts in sports history. Rest in peace, Cedric Dempsey.
I hate Dennis the Menace. I thought Dennis the Menace was a piece of garbage. I wouldn't watch this.
Today, the world of television mourns the loss of a childhood icon. Jay North, the American actor best known for his unforgettable role as the mischievous Dennis Mitchell in the classic sitcom Dennis the Menace, has passed away at the age of 73 due to colorectal cancer, battling the disease for several years. Born on August 1951 in Hollywood, California, Jay Waverly North was just 6 years old when he began working in television.
When I got to Dennis the Menace, that the abuse, emotional and physical abuse, started.
By age 7, he had captured America's heart as Dennis in the CBS series Dennis the Menace, which ran from 1959 to 1963. His cherubic face and comedic timing turned him into a national star. But behind the cheerful character was a young boy navigating the challenges of sudden fame. After his success on Dennis the Menace, Jay continued acting in both film and television. He also lent his voice to several animated series, including Arabian Nights and The Pebbles and Bam Bam Show, showing his versatility beyond live-action roles. As an adult, Jay North faced difficult times, including emotional trauma from his years as a child star. He later became a correctional officer in Florida and joined the advocacy group A Minor Consideration, offering support and guidance to young actors who experienced similar struggles. Despite stepping away from Hollywood, Jay North never stopped being Dennis to generations of fans. His legacy endured through decades of reruns, conventions, and heartfelt fan letters. Rest in peace.
A massive opportunity to make waves through particularly the record business.
Today, the world of music bids farewell to a true pioneer. Dave Allen, the acclaimed English bassist and founding member of the post-punk band Gang of Four, has passed away at the age of 69 due to dementia. Born in 1956 in England, Dave Allen co-founded Gang of Four in 1976, a band that would go on to redefine the sound of post-punk. With his sharp, rhythmic bass lines and politically charged energy, Allen helped create the band's groundbreaking 1979 debut album, Entertainment, considered one of the most influential records of its time. His music wasn't just heard, it was felt.
And I live here in Portland, and I'm a big supporter of local music, as is KCME.
His bass style fused funk with punk, laying a foundation that inspired generations of alternative and indie musicians around the world. In later years, Dave shifted into the world of music and technology. He worked at Intel, Beats Music, and eventually Apple Music, where he played a role in shaping how music reached audiences in the digital age. Rest in peace.
Negli anni 40 c'era una situazione diciamo.
Today, the world of theater and classical music mourns the loss of a cultural giant. Roberto De Simone, the legendary Italian theater director, playwright, composer, and ethnomusicologist, has passed away at the age of 91. Born in 1933, he was a true Renaissance figure, a man of the arts who dedicated his life to preserving and reimagining southern Italy's musical and theatrical heritage.
Notorietà, nominanza di un.
Trained as a composer at the San Pietro and Magella Conservatory, his early work explored classical music, but his heart remained rooted in the folk traditions of his homeland. In 1967, he founded the New Folk Singing Company, a groundbreaking ensemble that revived forgotten songs, chants, and traditions from Campania and beyond. But it was his 1976 opera, Cinderella the Cat, that made him a household name, a poetic, haunting retelling of Cinderella using Neapolitan folk elements and shadow theater. Rest in peace.
Well, don't forget, I'd had 2 careers. I was 6 and a half then.
Today, the world of classic Hollywood cinema mourns the loss of one of its brightest young stars turned legend. Jane Withers, the beloved American actress who first captured hearts as a child star in the 1930s, has passed away at the age of 95 due to natural causes. Born on 1926 in Georgia, Jane Withers was destined for the spotlight. She began performing as a child and quickly became a household name when she starred opposite Shirley Temple in the 1934 film Bright Eyes.
Sponsored by Marco Dog Food. And Judy was on the show as Frances Gum and her 2 sisters.
Her role as the cheeky, spoiled Joy Smythe instantly made her a standout and a star in her own right. Unlike many child stars of the era, Withers went on to headline her own successful film series, starring in over 30 movies by the time she was a teenager. Titles like Patio Day, The Holy Terror, and Rascal showcased her charm, comedic timing, and irresistible energy. Over the decades, Jane Withers became a symbol of timeless talent and grace. Her contributions were honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and she remained deeply loved by fans of all ages, from classic film enthusiasts to kids who grew up seeing her on TV. Rest in peace.
Earl Palmer, Drum Village, Let There Be Drums, Sandy Nelson, anything.
Today, the world of music mourns the loss of a legendary beatmaker. Clem Burke, the American Hall of Fame drummer best known as the powerhouse behind the iconic band Blondie, has passed away at the age of 70 due to cancer. Born on 1954 in New Jersey, Clem Burke began drumming at an early age, eventually cementing himself as one of the most influential drummers of the punk and new wave era.
We just got busted by security. It's Clem Burke from Blondie.
In 1975, he joined Debbie Harry and Chris Stein to form Blondie, a band that would go on to change the sound of American rock music forever. Clem's signature style, a blend of precision, flair, and relentless energy, helped define the sound of global hits like Heart of Glass, Call Me, and Rapture. Beyond Blondie, he played with the likes of the Ramones, Iggy Pop, Eurythmics, and the Romantics, earning respect as one of the most versatile and dedicated drummers in the business. In 2006, Clem Burke was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame alongside his Blondie bandmates, a moment that recognized not just his musical success, but his decades of contribution to the heartbeat of rock. Clem Burke wasn't just a drummer, he was the pulse behind some of rock's most unforgettable tracks, a musician whose rhythm inspired millions. Today, the sticks may rest, but his beat will live on forever. Rest in peace.
I was talking to a student the other day about building a strong foundation.
Today, the world of television and equestrian sports has lost a multifaceted talent. John St. Ryan, the English actor and renowned horse trainer, has passed away at the age of 72 due to heart attack. Born in 1953, he began his journey as a martial arts instructor, coaching 12 national champions across Europe. It was this disciplined background that would lay the foundation for his later ventures into acting and equestrian training.
Well, here's a little food for thought. See if the horse is going to learn something well.
John's acting career took off in the 1980s with appearances in British television shows, most notably in Coronation Street, where he portrayed Charlie Whalen. He also appeared in Emmerdale and the cult classic Buffy the Vampire Slayer. John St. Ryan's legacy is one of immense versatility. From a respected actor to a celebrated horse trainer, he touched many lives. Rest in peace.
Entonces lo que va a pasar ahorita, o sea, cuando pase esta entrevista, pues...
Today, the world of Mexican television is mourning the loss of one of its most visionary figures. Guillermo Memo del Bosque, beloved TV producer and creative pioneer, has passed away at the age of 64 due to cancer. For over 3 decades, Guillermo del Bosque shaped the landscape of Spanish-language entertainment. As the mastermind behind countless hit shows on Televisa and Telehit, he brought laughter, music, and unforgettable characters into millions of homes.
Mi primer viaje después de 4 meses. Vamos a ver
From producing cult-favorite programs like El Calabozo to overseeing audience sensations such as 100 Mexicanos Dijeron, Del Bosque had a pulse on what viewers wanted. He played a pivotal role in launching the careers of many television stars. In 2017, Memo del Bosque was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. He fought the disease with courage and dignity, undergoing intense treatments and even a bone marrow transplant. Sadly, the illness returned earlier this year. Guillermo del Bosque wasn't just a producer, he was a dreamer, a builder of joy, and a storyteller who defined an era of entertainment. He leaves behind a legacy of love, laughter, and light. In a deeply emotional and unprecedented farewell, Memo left behind a posthumous message on social media, thanking his family, his audience, and the life he lived, reminding us all to be grateful for every moment. Rest in peace.
Minule jsme byli v Teplicích, vlastně si vzpomínám, tam to bylo moc hezký.
Today, the world of Czech music and television is mourning the heartbreaking loss of one of its brightest stars. Anna Julie Slovakova, beloved singer, actress, and inspiration to many, has passed away at the age of just 29 due to cancer. Born into a family of artists, the daughter of legendary saxophonist Felix Slovacek and iconic actress Dagmar Patrasova, Anna seemed destined for a life in the spotlight. And she didn't disappoint. Her talent radiated from the stage to the screen, with unforgettable roles and a voice that touched hearts.
To je taková záhodná otázka, protože já bych normálně tak jako prvoplánově řekla, že jo.
Anna rose to national fame with her performances on the TV show Tavaja Tvarma's Známý Laws and starred in the long-running Czech medical drama Ordinance v Ruzov Zarad 2. Her debut album Aura, released in 2021, showcased her deeply personal lyrics and emotional vocals, followed by Osadova in 2023, further cementing her place in Czech pop music. In 2019, Anna was diagnosed with cancer. She met the challenge head-on, undergoing chemotherapy while continuing to perform and inspire others. Her openness about her battle made her a symbol of strength for thousands fighting similar battles. Though she went into remission, the disease returned in 2023, this time more aggressively. Despite her declining health, Anna remained active, releasing music, performing live, and continuing to raise awareness about cancer with remarkable grace and courage. Anna Julie Slovakova leaves behind not only a legacy of music and performance but also a message that life, no matter how short, can be lived with passion, purpose, and light. Rest in peace, we miss you.
Don't do this, you're making my mother cry in Boston.
Today, the world of musical theater mourns the loss of a brilliant storyteller and composer. William Finn, the Tony Award-winning mind behind beloved shows like Falsettos and the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, has passed away at the age of 73 due to pulmonary fibrosis. Born in 1952, William Finn's work redefined the emotional depth of American musical theater. Known for his raw honesty and deeply personal storytelling, Finn's songs often explored love, illness, family, and identity, always with a uniquely human touch.
It's where I live. You know, these are people.
His breakout work, Falsettos, a poignant portrait of a non-traditional family during the AIDS crisis, won 2 Tony Awards in 1992 and is still revered today as one of Broadway's most moving musicals. Rest in peace, William Finn.
Thank you, Laura and Tom. You have not only played a role.
Today, the world of cinema and storytelling mourns the loss of a true behind-the-scenes legend. Marvin Levy, the longtime publicist for Steven Spielberg and a trailblazer in Hollywood publicity, has passed away at the age of 96. Marvin Levy began his journey in the world of entertainment in the 1950s, eventually becoming a powerhouse in film marketing and publicity. His name may not have appeared in movie credits, but his influence was present in some of the most iconic cinematic moments of the last century.
Thank you, Laura and Tom. You have not only played a role.
He joined Spielberg's Amblin Entertainment in the late 1970s, beginning with the promotion of Close Encounters of the Third Kind. From that point on, Levy became an integral force behind the global success of films like E.T., Jurassic Park, Saving Private Ryan, and Schindler's List. He was known not only for his keen sense of timing and audience understanding but for his kindness, loyalty, and humility, traits that earned him the trust of countless actors, directors, and studio heads. Rest in peace, Marvin Levy.
No, he asked me to go to South Africa. It was terribly funny.
Today, the world of cinema and storytelling mourns the loss of a true behind-the-scenes legend. Marvin Levy, the longtime publicist for Steven Spielberg and a trailblazer in Hollywood publicity, has passed away at the age of 96. Marvin Levy began his journey in the world of entertainment in the 1950s, eventually becoming a powerhouse in film marketing and publicity. His name may not have appeared in movie credits, but his influence was present in some of the most iconic cinematic moments of the last century. He joined Spielberg's Amblin Entertainment in the late 1970s, beginning with the promotion of Close Encounters of the Third Kind. From that point on, Levy became an integral force behind the global success of films like E.T., Jurassic Park, Saving Private Ryan, and Schindler's List. He was known not only for his keen sense of timing and audience understanding but for his kindness, loyalty, and humility, traits that earned him the trust of countless actors, directors, and studio heads. Rest in peace, Marvin Levy.
What took so long? But, seriously, this is a great honor.
Today, the world of film and documentary storytelling bids farewell to a legendary voice. Michael Apted, the acclaimed English director and producer behind iconic works like the Up documentary series, Coal Miner's Daughter, and the James Bond film The World Is Not Enough, has passed away at the age of 79. Michael Apted began his remarkable journey in the world of media at Granada Television, where he helped launch one of the most ambitious documentary projects in television history, the Up series, following the lives of 14 British children over decades.
Yeah, I was 22. I'd just come from university and I joined Granada.
The series became a benchmark in the art of documentary filmmaking. His directorial talent extended to Hollywood, where he brought to life unforgettable films like Coal Miner's Daughter, which earned Sissy Spacek an Academy Award, and Gorillas in the Mist, a powerful biopic of conservationist Dian Fossey. Apted's versatility also led him to the world of espionage and action with 1999's The World Is Not Enough, adding a James Bond film to his already diverse filmography. From documentary to drama, Apted's lens captured both the extraordinary and the everyday with profound depth. As president of the Directors Guild of America for 6 years, he also worked tirelessly to support and protect fellow filmmakers. Michael Apted leaves behind a legacy that spans decades, genres, and continents, a storyteller who believed in the power of real lives and real change. His work will continue to educate, move, and inspire for generations to come.
Well, there's so many of them. It's been a real blessing. Been in some major movies, major studios.
Today, the world of classic action cinema says goodbye to one of its most memorable faces. Mel Novak, the American actor best known for his villainous roles in martial arts films like Game of Death and Black Belt Jones, has passed away at the age of 90 due to natural causes. Born Milan Marjanovic in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Mel Novak rose to fame in the 1970s with his commanding presence and martial arts prowess.
My name is Milan Marjanovic, but in the movie industry I'm known as Mel.
He was handpicked by Bruce Lee to play the assassin Stick in Game of Death, a role that cemented his place in action film history. Novak became known for portraying tough, often ruthless characters, but off-screen, he was just the opposite. For decades, he dedicated himself to prison and Skid Row ministries, offering hope and guidance to the forgotten and the hurting. His faith, humility, and compassion made him a beloved figure far beyond Hollywood. Mel Novak was more than an actor. He was a man of conviction, using his platform not only to entertain but to uplift. His work, both on and off the screen, leaves behind a legacy of strength, redemption, and purpose. During the 1990s, Novak worked with filmmaker Gary Marshall on 2 movie projects, one being Exit to Eden, 1994, adapted from a novel by Anne Rice, and the other a 1996 comedy titled Dear God. As fans and friends around the world reflect on his life, Mel Novak will be remembered not only for the villains he played, but for the lives he touched with kindness, courage, and faith.
Well, maybe at some point today that I always felt that Jordan's going to be back with us next year. And
today, the world of professional hockey mourns the loss of a brilliant mind and a respected leader. Ray Shero, the celebrated NHL executive and architect behind the Pittsburgh Penguins' 2009 Stanley Cup win, has passed away at the age of 62. Ray Shero, son of legendary NHL coach Fred Shero, grew up immersed in the world of hockey. Though drafted by the LA Kings in 1982, he chose to leave the ice for the front office, where his sharp instincts and strategic vision would shine.
And it happens real quickly, and for me, it's really great for our franchise.
From his early days as assistant GM in Ottawa and Nashville, to his groundbreaking work with the Penguins and later the New Jersey Devils, Shero was known for building competitive, dynamic teams. His 2009 Stanley Cup victory in Pittsburgh was the highlight of a career that reshaped franchises and inspired a new era of hockey leadership. Even after leaving the GM role, Shero continued to serve the game, offering guidance as a senior advisor with the Minnesota Wild. Ray Shero wasn't just a general manager, he was a builder, a mentor, and a steady force in one of the world's fastest and toughest sports. His legacy will live on through the teams he shaped, the players he believed in, and the game he loved so deeply. As tributes pour in from across the hockey world, one thing is clear: Ray Shero's impact extended far beyond wins and losses. He leaves behind a legacy of integrity, passion, and excellence.
So exciting that the finale's finally come. I mean, we've been waiting so long, and I'm just pumped, yeah.
Today, the world of fashion mourns the heartbreaking loss of a radiant star. Lucy Markovich, the Australian model who rose to fame through Australia's Next Top Model and went on to walk for some of the biggest names in couture, has passed away at the age of 27, died following complications from a rare brain condition. Lucy Markovich was born in Queensland, Australia, in 1998. She first caught national attention as the runner-up on the 9th season of Australia's Next Top Model.
Shutting down my blog and changing my job. Although I knew that those accusations were false,
her elegance, work ethic, and captivating features quickly propelled her onto the international fashion stage. Over the years, Lucy became a familiar face on runways across Europe, walking for elite brands like Versace, Givenchy, Dolce & Gabbana, and Armani. Her face graced the pages of Vogue, Vanity Fair Italia, and Marie Claire, making her one of the most promising talents of her generation. In 2021, Lucy was diagnosed with arteriovenous malformation, AVM, a rare and life-threatening brain condition. After years of treatments and ongoing health battles, she underwent emergency surgery on April 2nd. Lucy Markovich's light may have dimmed too soon, but her legacy, in both fashion and in spirit, will live on through the lives she touched and the art she helped create. Rest in peace.
When all your dreams are broken.
Today, the world of British entertainment mourns the loss of a beloved voice and familiar face. Mike Berry, the English singer and actor best known for his 1960s hits and his role in the classic sitcom Are You Being Served?, has passed away at the age of 82. Born on September 1942, in England, Mike Berry rose to fame as a rock and pop singer in the early 1960s. He gained popularity with hits like Tribute to Buddy Holly and Don't You Think It's Time, and became known for his smooth vocals and retro rock and roll sound.
Nothing. You just did not. It was, the business was there, the artists were there.
His musical career was guided by producer Joe Meek, and Berry soon became a staple of the UK pop charts. But it was in the 1980s that he endeared himself to television audiences as Mr. Bert Spooner in the long-running BBC sitcom Are You Being Served?, a role that cemented his place in British comedy history. In 1980, he had a chart success in the UK, with The Sunshine of Your Smile, a cover of a romantic song which was produced by Chas Hodges. This had originally been written before the First World War and recorded by Jesse Broughton in about 1915. Known for his charm, talent, and kind-hearted personality, Mike Berry touched lives not only through his art but through his humility. His career, spanning over 6 decades, was a testament to his versatility and passion. As fans around the world remember his songs, his laughter, and his timeless spirit, Mike Berry's legacy lives on in every note and every smile he brought to our screens. Rest in peace.
Jetzt 20 Gläser Birnenkompott dieses Jahr eingemacht. Da könnt ihr auch ein paar von haben, wenn ihr wollt.
Today, the world of German cinema and theater mourns the loss of a true artist. Peter Ruhring, a celebrated actor known for his powerful stage presence and memorable film roles, has passed away at the age of 82 due to bladder cancer. Born on July 1942 in Germany, Peter Ruhring trained at the Westphalian Drama School in Bochum. His early years saw him performing on prestigious stages across Germany, including the National Theater Mannheim, the Stuttgart State Theater, and Munich's Residence Theater.
Dalla Valle, dedicata al Cardinale Montenegro.
Today, the world of Italian theater and film bids farewell to a legendary figure. Nino Bellomo, a beloved actor whose artistic journey spanned more than 8 decades, has passed away at the age of 102. Born on July 1922, Nino Bellomo began acting in 1940 at the iconic Temple of Concordia. Over the decades, he became one of the most recognizable names in Sicilian and Italian performing arts, celebrated for his deep passion and unforgettable stage presence.
Sia dedicata alla donna, come le foreste danno ossigeno alla terra.
Bellomo brought countless characters to life across theater, television, and film.
Fue fuerte, fue traumático. Yo estoy de La Habana, pero de un pueblo de campo.
Today, the world of Hispanic theater and film mourns the loss of a visionary artist. Mario Ernesto Sanchez, the celebrated Cuban-American actor, director, and cultural advocate, has passed away at the age of 78. Born on January 1947 in Cuba, Mario Ernesto Sanchez arrived in the United States at age 15 as part of Operation Pedro Pan, a refugee program that brought Cuban children to America in the early 1960s. In 1979, he founded Teatro Avant in Miami, a Hispanic theater that became a beacon of Latin American culture in the U.S.
O por ahí esa fecha.
Bueno, no fui yo solo. Hicimos una agrupación.
Through his work as artistic director, Sanchez brought powerful stories to life, nurturing generations of actors and playwrights. His on-screen presence extended to notable films like Invasion USA, The Specialist, and Step Up Revolution, as well as roles in television hits such as Miami Vice and the British sitcom Only Fools and Horses. Rest in peace.
2 opportunities to retaliate on this person that cut me.
Today, the world of film and television mourns the loss of a truly unforgettable talent. Michael Kenneth Williams, the Emmy-nominated actor best known for his groundbreaking roles in The Wire and Boardwalk Empire, has passed away at the age of 54 due to overdose of cocaine, fentanyl, heroin. Born on November 1966 in New York, he rose from humble beginnings to become one of the most compelling and authentic voices in modern acting. His raw intensity and emotional depth brought nuance and humanity to complex characters.
This is a machine within itself. You know, you have that
He became a household name as Omar Little in HBO's The Wire, a fearless stick-up man with a strict moral code. His portrayal earned widespread acclaim for challenging stereotypes and redefining what it meant to be a television anti-hero. Williams went on to star as Chalky White in Boardwalk Empire and delivered powerful performances in The Night of, When They See Us, and Lovecraft Country, garnering multiple Emmy nominations throughout his career. Michael Kenneth Williams was more than an actor, he was a storyteller of truth, pain, and triumph. Off-screen, he was a mentor and advocate for at-risk youth, using his platform to inspire change and hope. As we say goodbye to Michael Kenneth Williams, we celebrate a life devoted to honesty in art and compassion in humanity. His spirit lives on in the powerful stories he told and the countless lives he touched.
Początki były trudne. Zaczęliśmy eliminację.
Today, the world of football says goodbye to one of its most iconic figures. Leo Beenhakker, the legendary Dutch football manager, has passed away at the age of 82. Born on August 1942, he became a towering figure in international football. Known for his sharp mind and calm demeanor, he managed some of the most prestigious teams and national squads in the world.
In general, I traveled a lot during this career and I was in almost...
Beanhacker led Real Madrid to 3 consecutive La Liga titles in the late 1980s and also held managerial roles with Ajax, Feyenoord, and national teams including the Netherlands, Poland, and Trinidad and Tobago. His most memorable international feat came in 2006, when he guided Trinidad and Tobago to their first ever FIFA World Cup appearance. Rest in peace. Today, the world of music and entertainment bids farewell to a true legend. Pilita Corrales, the beloved Filipino singer, songwriter, and actress known as Asia's Queen of Songs, has passed away at the age of 85 due to unspecified causes. Born on August 1939, she became a household name across Asia and beyond. Her career, which began in the 1950s, blossomed into one of the most iconic in Philippine music history. In 1957, Corrales began her recording career after arriving in Australia for a brief period. She became a star of the Victoria television circuit, and her first hit, Come Closer to Me, became part of a collection on which she is billed as one of the grand dames of Victorian radio and television. Throughout a career spanning over 6 decades, Corrales recorded 135 albums across multiple languages, English, Filipino, Spanish, and Cebuano, and delivered timeless classics such as Kapante I Langit and A Million Thanks to You. Her unique artistry not only enriched Filipino culture but also introduced the world to the magic of Philippine music. Pilita wasn't just a singer, she was a performer, often remembered for her graceful presence and signature backbend on stage. She also made her mark in film and television, endearing herself to generations of fans. Pilita Corrales leaves behind a legacy rich in music, culture, and love. Her voice brought comfort and joy to millions, and her contributions will never be forgotten. Rest in peace.
Well, I would say in my pursuit of peace of mind, I finally find it with the family I have.
Today, the world of reggae music mourns the loss of a true pioneer. Max Romeo, the legendary Jamaican singer and songwriter known for his powerful roots reggae anthems and social commentary, has passed away at the age of 80 due to heart complications in a hospital. Born on November 1944 in Jamaica, he rose to prominence in the late 1960s with his controversial hit Wet Dream, a track that stirred headlines and landed on international charts despite being banned by the BBC.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm in good health. I'm all fired up and ready to go.
But it was his 1976 album Warina Babylon, produced by Lee Scratch Perry, that cemented Romeo's place in reggae history. Songs like Chase the Devil would go on to influence generations of artists, even being sampled by the likes of The Prodigy and Kanye West. A voice of protest and faith, Max Romeo's music tackled issues of injustice, spirituality, and survival, speaking directly to the soul of Jamaica and the world. Max Romeo wasn't just a singer, he was a storyteller of struggle and resilience. His words were a soundtrack to the resistance, and his voice will echo for generations to come. In 1980, he appeared as a backing vocalist on Dance on the Rolling Stones' album Emotional Rescue. Romeo visited the UK again in 1992, recording albums Fari, Captain of My Ship, 1992. Rest in peace, Max Romeo.
You never stop learning how to make a film. I've directed since 1955 and I'm still learning.
Today, the world of cinema says goodbye to a visionary storyteller. Ted Kotcheff, the acclaimed Canadian director and producer known for his powerful and diverse filmography, has passed away at the age of 94 due to heart failure in Mexico. Born on 1931 in Canada, Ted Kotcheff's career spanned continents and genres. From intense dramas to cult classics, his ability to bring compelling stories to life earned him admiration from audiences and peers alike.
And so he was thrilled to. But in the event,
he made his mark with the 1971 Australian classic Wake in Fright, a harrowing psychological tale that is now regarded as a landmark in Australian cinema. In 1982, Kotcheff directed the first installment of the Rambo series, First Blood, starring Sylvester Stallone, a film that became an iconic action thriller and launched a global franchise. His filmography also includes hits like North Dallas 40, Uncommon Valor, and the dark comedy Weekend at Bernie's, showcasing his versatility and creative vision. He directed the original 1964 West End production of the musical Maggie May at the Adelphi Theatre. Ted Kotcheff was a master of his craft, a filmmaker who brought characters to life with intensity, emotion, and a deep understanding of the human condition. His work continues to influence directors around the world. As we remember Ted Kotcheff, we celebrate a cinematic legacy that crossed borders and broke barriers. Rest in peace.
Well, it's true, you're out, but that account's mine.
Today, the world of film and television mourns the loss of a unique and compelling talent. Nicky Katt, the American actor known for his intense and unforgettable roles, has passed away at the age of 54. Born May 1970 in South Dakota, he made his mark in Hollywood with a career that spanned decades. He was widely recognized for his roles in critically acclaimed films such as Dazed and Confused, Boiler Room, and The Limey.
The Hare Krishna is calling me a drunk.
Towel.
Hey,
Tim, you know what? Come on.
Katt began his career as a child actor, debuting in a 1980 episode of Fantasy Island, followed by the film Underground Aces, and episodes of Chips N.V. Katt was especially praised for playing complex, often gritty characters, bringing depth and realism to every performance. On television, he starred as Harry Sennett in the series Boston Public, where his performance earned him a loyal fan base and critical acclaim. A favorite of directors like Richard Linklater and Steven Soderbergh, Nicky Katt had a reputation for being fearless, versatile, and unforgettable on screen. Nicky Katt wasn't just an actor, he was a force on screen. His ability to fully embody the characters he played left a lasting impression on audiences and fellow artists alike. As we remember Nicky Katt, we honor a career built on bold choices and undeniable talent. Rest in peace.
I'm honored to be here, and I want to thank LA.
Today, the world of television and live entertainment says goodbye to one of its greatest architects. Don Mischer, the award-winning American producer and director who defined live TV for generations, has passed away at the age of 85, died peacefully in his sleep in Los Angeles. With a career spanning over 5 decades, Don Mischer was the creative mind behind some of the most iconic live broadcasts in history, from the Academy Awards and Super Bowl halftime shows to the Olympic Games opening ceremonies and presidential inaugurations.
Well, first of all, when you're starting your career, you go through this process of...
His name became synonymous with excellence in live production, earning him 15 Emmy Awards, a Peabody, and the DGA Lifetime Achievement Award. Mischer had a gift for turning major televised events into emotional, unifying moments shared by millions around the globe. Today, colleagues, artists, and fans alike remember a man whose vision, precision, and passion brought unforgettable moments to our screens. Don Mischer didn't just direct live television, he shaped the way we experienced it. Mischer's last project was the ceremony for the 2025 Breakthrough Prize, which was recorded on April 5, 2025. He had announced his intention to retire beforehand and ultimately died 6 days later.
Hi, this is Drew Zing. What I'm going to try to do today is...
Today, the world of music says goodbye to a soulful and masterful guitarist. Drew Zing, the acclaimed American musician known for his work with Steely Dan, Boz Scaggs, and Michael McDonald, has passed away at the age of 68. Born in 1957, Drew Zing's guitar was his voice, expressive, smooth, and deeply felt. Over the years, he brought his signature sound to some of the most legendary acts in modern music.
At the time I was 9 years old.
As Steely Dan's lead guitarist and musical director during their early 90s reunion, he delivered unforgettable solos that helped define the band's live sound. Zing's talent extended far beyond one stage. From playing with Boz Scaggs to touring with Michael McDonald and working alongside artists like Marcus Miller, Gladys Knight, and David Sanborn, he remained a quiet giant in the world of session and touring musicians. Rest in peace.
This ain't about money. I could give a fuck about money. You see this fucking place?
Today, the world of film and television mourns the loss of a true acting legend. Danny Aiello, the iconic American actor known for his memorable roles in films such as Do the Right Thing, The Godfather Part 2, and Moonstruck, has passed away at the age of 86. Born on June 20, 1933, in New York City, Danny Aiello's career spanned over 5 decades. From playing tough guys to deeply human characters, Aiello's performances were as diverse as they were powerful.
There's the Bible story. God took a rib from Adam.
He made his mark as Sal in Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing, a role that earned him an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor. Aiello's work on screen resonated with audiences and critics alike, with standout roles in films such as The Godfather Part 2, Moonstruck, Fort Apache, The Bronx, and The Purple Rose of Cairo. His ability to portray complexity, vulnerability, and strength made him a beloved figure in Hollywood. Throughout his career, Aiello also earned accolades for his work in television, music, and theater, including a Golden Globe Award for his role in The Secret Garden. He was a true artist with an unwavering commitment to his craft. As we say goodbye to Danny Aiello, we remember not only the man but the powerful presence he brought to every role. His warmth, strength, and passion will be deeply missed.
Holy Moses! God, they're blind too.
Today, the world of comedy and entertainment bids farewell to one of its most flamboyant and unforgettable figures. Rip Taylor, the legendary American actor and comedian known for his confetti-tossing entrances, loud humor, and larger-than-life personality, has passed away at the age of 88 due to heart failure. Born Charles Elmer Taylor Jr. in 1931, Rip's career spanned more than 6 decades across television, film, and stage. He became a fixture on classic game shows like Hollywood Squares and The Gong Show, and delighted audiences as the host of the $1.98 beauty show, where no moment was ever too outrageous.
I had 20 more to do, but that was the best laugh, so that's it.
With his signature handlebar mustache, wild wigs, and over-the-top voice, Rip Taylor brought a unique and joyful energy to everything he touched. From memorable roles in Wayne's World 2 and Indecent Proposal, to appearances in Jackass, the movie, he was never afraid to poke fun at himself or anyone else. Beyond his comedic genius, Rip also made his mark on Broadway, replacing Mickey Rooney in Sugar Babies, and headlining his own one-man show It Ain't All Confetti, which reflected both his humor and heart. In addition to The Ed Sullivan Show, Taylor appeared on The Jackie Gleason Show and several guest appearances during the 1963 to 1964 season as the Crying Comedian. Rest in peace, Rip Taylor.
Είναι πολύ δύσκολο να είσαι, να μην είσαι πολύ αληθινός.
Today, the world of Cypriot theater and film mourns the loss of a true legend. Spiros Stavrinidis, the beloved Cypriot actor known for his powerful stage presence and timeless performances, has passed away at the age of 79. Born in 1946, Stavrinidis devoted his life to the arts and became a cornerstone of the Cyprus Theatre Organization, where he starred in both classical and contemporary productions. From the ancient tragedies of Euripides to the sharp social commentary of Brecht, his performances were always met with admiration and acclaim.